Welcome everyone to another edition of the Team Espana Show. I am Hose B. I'm Hobo Sexy, aka the Guru of Gynephilia, aka the Buffet Prince, and today, aka the Blobberino. That's right, the Sabrino of the Revolting Blob, aka the illegitimate nephew of the Revolting Blob. Shout outs to my Uncle Shoes, the Revolting Blob, and my co-host, as always.
What's good? It's your boy, Jose, a.k.a. Salsa con Fuego, because I'm muy caliente, a.k.a. Chico the maddest that shatters the wackest. And shout-outs to my boys, the PPK, the payphone killers, throwing it down, throwing it back, just a little something for y'all. And on today's episode, today, we got some big action. And when I say big action, I don't just mean the watch-along we're going to have. I mean our guest on today's show is going to be the big action. But before we get to that, what's good, Host B? How's it hanging?
My man. I know over here in New Jersey in the suburbs with my lovely Caucasian Latina wife.
Hey.
We are almost in phase 2 or 3 where they're going to be opening the barbershop soon because my man, I need a shape up. I'm starting to look like the white devil, Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey's not a white devil. He's cool as fuck. He's down. I'm saying, if you ever seen Ace Ventura Part 2, where he has to go to the tribe and they start calling him the white devil and he has the hair like this, that's what I'm starting to look like, dog. And I gotta get this.
So I'm probably gonna sound wild ignorant right now. I don't remember the differences between 1 and 2, but is Part 2 the one where he gets shot in the leg with both arrows and he's just like panicking back and forth? Yeah, that's actually perfect because like as you were doing your AKs, I was like, damn, this motherfucker really got some weird devil thing going on with his hair. So yeah, phase 2.
We're about to be probably by in a couple weeks.
So we're recording this.
Street. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Nah, you good, bro. You good. We're recording this on a Monday over here in New York. We're on phase 1. We just started phase 1, bro.
Well, I know my heart goes out to the city and the state because you guys were the epicenter. You guys had a high casualty rate talking about COVID-19 and the quarantine. And I know there were even a couple wrestling bookings, a couple of times Team Espana had to break the law a little bit, allegedly. Maybe we did. Maybe we're doing it for the entertainment of the show. That's for the courts to decide. But there were a couple times we had to sneak out of the state to go wrestle because they weren't letting anybody out.
Can I just say that time we did that wrestling, like underground wrestling or whatever, it was pretty cool because like with everything banned, obviously you're not supposed to do it, but it felt like being at like a speakeasy in like Prohibition or something, you know? Like it just felt so different, like this little underground club running at night when it's not supposed to. I don't know, it was very dope. It was very dope. I would love to do it again.
And the other good thing about that was there was no traffic. There were no other cars on the road. So what should have been, I don't know, maybe a 3-hour drive we cut it down to like 2 hours and 10 minutes. You know what I mean? Like just because there's no traffic, you're not being slowed down by anything. You don't see no cops. Keep going.
That's right. Just keep on going. So, Hosby, I wanted to ask you something because you had a pretty. Are you all right?
No, I'm good, man. For those that don't know, I suffer from asthma. I'm an asthmatic.
Papa, I understand that, but like, we can't have a COVID conversation and then you just go, like, yeah, that's gonna worry you, Papa.
So as we're filming this, I'm kind of like, taking my medications and stuff. I don't have the COVID. I don't have anything like that. I have asthma. I suffer from allergies, which a byproduct of that, a consequence of that is, I have asthma. I've always had asthma as a kid, and as I get older, it's come back into my life, and unfortunately, I have to suffer with that. So every now and again, you'll hear me cough it out just to get some air in the lungs to clear out a little bit of carbon dioxide.
Hey,
sucking the oxygen,
Get it out, because I wanted to ask you.
All right, go ahead.
Damn, fam. All right.
You say get it out.
No, you good. You
can't say get out, and then when I leave, you can't be like, yo, where you going?
All right. That's a good ass point. I can't even argue about that. But what I wanted to ask you about was we saw earlier on your Instagram that you were actually at the protest going on in, where is that, Sayreville?
That was in Sayreville, New Jersey, the hometown of John Bon Jovi.
Is that real?
Yes, yeah. I actually just found out the road that he grew up on. But anyway, that's besides the point.
Yeah.
Sayreville, New Jersey. My wife and her family kind of live and grew up near the area, right? The Sayreville, South Amboy area. All kind of like, boroughs of each other almost, neighboring towns. So the stem of that was on Friday, my hometown. Ooh, breaking the fourth wall here. Yes, not Hoboken, Spain, I guess. Hoboken, New Jersey, where I grew up, they did their Black Lives Matter protests, and I was very proud and humbled to see friends and even some family members march. I believe there was almost 1,000 people there in the streets of Hoboken. It was a beautiful show of solidarity. It was awesome to see Americans doing their constitutional right, and acting out a protest. It was peaceful. It was great. The message got across. I was at work, and I said to myself, man, I should have, I'm going to, one day be telling my kids and my grandkids about 2020 and the craziness, because they're going to be studying it in school, right? It's going to be like 9/11 and then 2020 in their history class. And they're going to come and ask me, Papa. I'm like, yes, my son. What was it like? And I don't want to be like, just mention the COVID and all this stuff. I want to mention, hey, I protested. Hey, I went out there. And so me and my wife, we kind of searched around for protests that are in our area, and there just happened to be one in Sayreville, which is where a lot of her family, her grandpa lives in the neighboring town of Parlin. So afterward, we were kind of able to go there and have a great conversation with him, who sometimes has a little bit of different views politically than we do, but honestly, it was great just to have a conversation. And right before that, I'll be honest with you, it was 90-something degrees heat. I was dressed in all black. I had a sign, Black Lives Matter. My wife had a sign, silence is violence. We had the mask on. We were trying to be as protective and as responsible, with the COVID and the pandemic going on. But at the same time, I'm an American, bro. I see injustice. I see inequality. It is my right as an American citizen, as someone born in this country, to go gather with people and go say, hey, fuck you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was great just being around with black, white, brown, all the colors, you know what I mean, of the spectrum of human beings, just saying, hey, this was not right. This is racist. This is bullshit. And we're going to let our voices be heard. And you know what? There was some cops marching with us.
That's beautiful.
It was great. It was great. I definitely recommend, if you're watching this and there's a town or place or group that is near your area, and you're able to go and you're able to march, go do it. You know what I mean? That's your right as an American. It's as American as voting. It's as American as apple pie. It's as American as professional wrestling. Go protest. It was definitely an experience. And one day, I can't wait, man, when I'm old and gray and my grandkids ask what was 2020 like, I could tell them, let me tell you about Black Lives Matter. Let me tell you about that. That was cool, man. That was cool.
So you hear that, everybody. Get out there, make a difference, do something. It's definitely an opportunity and something to think about. Putting it in that perspective too is just a great way, because like, you don't want to be that person that's like, well, I was at home kind of in bed, you want to say you were out there in the front lines, and like, you can say that. So that's pretty dope, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's pretty great. I'm a little envious of you.
Well, I mean, it was a mutual friend of ours. I'm not going to read exactly what he texted me, but I just want to pull up the text just to kind of paraphrase. A mutual friend of ours said,
is it a friend of the show?
A friend of the show, a former guest.
So can we say, Papa?
I mean, I don't want to. Well, let me just paraphrase the text, and then
he's an ally. He was out here letting you know what the good fight is. It's not like he was doing anything wrong.
You know what? You're right. It was Hot Dog Starks.
Shout out to the guy, Hot Dog Starks.
Hot Dog Starks found out I was protesting. He texted me that same day. I love you, brother. Please be safe. Thank you for protesting. Thank you for fighting. I said, I love you too, bro. We in this together. Your struggle is my struggle.
That's beautiful.
Tu lucha es mi lucha. I saw that sign out there too. I was like, that's beautiful.
That's fucking beautiful, bro.
But, we like to entertain here. We like to have fun. we like to have a good time. I know we've been serious the last couple weeks.
It's been
But
serious times outside though.
you're right, man.
Sometimes,
You're
you know.
right. You're right. You're right. You know, you watch wrestling, right? In your house came back. NXT Takeover in
Bro,
your
in
house.
your house definitely did. Did you see Todd Pettengill?
Yo, Tom Pettengill still got it, my man. I want to see how much his booking fee is. I might hire him to introduce the Team Espana show. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, let me know. I will put ends on that.
I'm just
Hashtag Team Espana. Hashtag Todd Pettengill, Team Espana show. Got
yo,
you. That's
Tom
the
Pettengill, if
hashtag for
you
this week.
watching, baby, let's talk business.
That's the hashtag.
30 seconds of your time.
Tell your friends to tell their friends to tell their friends. Hashtag Todd Pettengill, Team Espana show.
That's right. That's right. We would love to have him.
So let's get to it. Let's talk about it.
Talk about it. I mean, I'm going to say this, and this might be a hot take. Wrestling without a crowd is stupid. Yeah, it was great athleticism. I believe the women's match was the main event. Adam Cole retains. By the way, this is all spoiler alert. This happened last weekend. If you didn't watch it, skip ahead like 5 minutes. We'll probably be talking about something else. But for right now, we're gonna talk about this. Honestly, my favorite part about the whole thing was Keith Lee's gear.
Keith Lee's gear was fire.
Keith Lee's gear, his black trunks, Black Lives Matter. And you know what was dope? It had the pink outline. I don't know what it was about it, but the pink outline around Black Lives Matter. It was like a little touch. That je ne sais quoi, la piece de résistance. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he had a really good match with Johnny Gargano. It's just for me, man. You know, it's about emotion. You know,
Yeah.
and when you have you know, guys really busting their butt, and ladies as well busting their butt and going at it and killing each other and wrestling and fighting and doing all the things that we all want to do, that we all dreamed of doing as little kids. And then you just like you hear the trainees and they're doing their best, but it's not the same, man. It's not the same. And to me, that kind of like takes me out of it. And then once I get taken out of it, I'm just like, all right, I'm watching like two people, you know, play wrestle.
No, I can agree with that. I can definitely see the issues with that. Like it takes away an element, and that's funny that you mentioned that, because in our conversation that you guys are going to see later with the big action or our watch along, actually, you actually get a sense of like the importance of crowd when you watch his match. And I think that's something that's really cool. And like we've wrestled, I feel like I've said this before, but we've wrestled in front of nobody, and it's like it doesn't have that same feel. Like you don't get anything to feed off of. Now you're just doing things to do them. So like, yeah, like they're trying and we're working, but news was, if I'm not mistaken, that crowds are being allowed back in Florida now though.
Yeah, shout out to Florida, because the state of Florida has been getting a reputation of sorts of being batshit crazy.
Yo, bro, Florida is beating the Bronx in terms of being crazy. Like they're slowly creeping up on us, bro. It used to be people hear about the Bronx are like, oh, Charlemagne the God said it best. He's like, the two craziest people are from the Bronx and Florida. And you know what? 99.9% of the time, that's where they from. So yeah.
I agree with you wholeheartedly, man. They were the first state to go like, you know what? We reopening parks, we reopening beaches. Like we got 2 words for you, bro. Suck it. Like I'm pretty sure the governor said that in a speech. And honestly, the media, other politicians, every people on Twitter, everybody, you know, that's Florida being Florida, right? That's Florida being crazy. Watch, it's gonna be they're gonna see spikes in people with the COVID. There's gonna see casualties. We're gonna see an increase in all these numbers. And you know what happened? Nothing.
It's a
weird
weird time. Like
it's
such a weird time because you can't predict this stuff, man.
You know, I attribute it to, as weird as this sounds, I'm a little older than you, but I remember when like AIDS was a thing, and I'm not comparing this to AIDS. I'm not comparing, you know, the strife and the struggle of that disease with COVID-19, but the ignorance and the lack of information, right, that's out there. I remember as a kid, you know, the popular belief was like, you know, you could get AIDS from like shaking hands. You know what I mean? Like, oh man, that person has AIDS. Like, don't touch them. You know, you shake their hands, you give them a kiss on the cheek. That's it. Like, just the lack of information, and people didn't know. And it wasn't that they're politically they felt one way, or they had hatred in their souls, or they were just being mean spirited or whatever. No, they just didn't know. There was no information. It's not like nowadays we know so much more about that disease, and maybe 10 years from now, whatever, people look at COVID-19 as like, man, they saw Tylenol 19 over the counter. You can get the cure for $2.99 at Walgreens. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I got that 19 Benadryl. Was goody, was goody. 50 cent, 50 cent. Imagine.
I'm telling you, man, we're gonna be old and gray, and like the next generation, they're gonna be like, yo, you were getting wild over, like, you shut down society because of this. Like, yeah, we didn't know. Like, we didn't. No one
Things
knew.
happens, bro. That's the way things work. Now, to get completely off topic, not that I wasn't listening to you, you make great points, and also, I mean, you're also like an entertaining individual. Hosby, you are the guru of gynophilia.
That's right, baby. And if you don't
But
know what gonorrhea is, look it up.
I couldn't help but notice your T-shirt is the Outsiders.
Ooh, let me see this. Hall and Nash right here.
Shout outs. And one of the things that I wanted to talk to you about was I actually sent you a video that was Jim Cornette commentary on how he feels WCW would have went if Shawn Michaels had jumped ship instead of being in WWE to WCW. So I wanted to get your opinions because you are the biggest HBK fan that I know. You're somebody who's in the business, and for people who don't know, you had an AKA back in the day, and I don't know if you want to tell the people at home what that AKA was back in the day, Papa.
So I was a huge Shawn Michaels is my favorite wrestler, right? Hogan, Michaels, Guerrero. Top three. You want to talk about Rushmore? For me, that's a Rushmore. My personal taste. No judgments. That's just me as a human being, as a little kid growing up. Shawn Michaels to me is the greatest of all time. Okay. So as a kid, I'm gonna tell you that backstory. My AKA back in 8th grade, Miss Sansavia's class, Brant Middle School. Shout out to Miss Sands. The woman taught me how to write a 5-paragraph essay, which opened a lot of doors.
And now he proofreads all my essays because I write terribly.
Oh my God! It's not even your writing.
This
you don't
isn't
know how to use a
about
comma.
me. Get to the story. This isn't about me.
Okay. So, I would draw little like little doodles in class, like most, kids, whatever. And everyone knew, oh, Javi loves wrestling. Like that's the thing is wrestling with him. And wrestling was popular at the time. So I remember my 8th grade teacher knew I was a big Shawn Michaels fan. She liked wrestling too. We would actually talk about, I never told you this, but we would actually talk about wrestling from like back in the day. Like Bruno Sammartino, the Big Cat and the Lad, like stuff when she used to watch. I used to watch it with my dad, whatever, blah, blah. And so one day she just called me the Half-Man Kid. So it was cool. It was like, oh, word. I was 13 years old. I thought that was the coolest nickname of all time. I was like, yo, the Half-Man Kid. 13 years old, baby. Walking down the hallways doing the flare strut, the Half-Man Kid doing the pose. Shaking my hips. Had no idea what I was doing. Said I was a gigolo.
That is one of the best names you've ever told me about. Like, you have a bunch of nicknames that your family used to call you and everything, and we could get into that, but that's a deep dark closet that I don't want to violate you, and we'll talk about that another day.
We gotta save that for future episodes.
Exactly. Episode 100. Episode 100. That's what we shoot for. But the Half-Man Kid, to me, that is one of the funniest names, and I can't understand why. But Half-Man Kid, I will ask you the question: if you were to book Shawn Michaels in WCW, how do you book him, or how do you think it goes when he's booked in WCW if he jumps ship?
The answer to that question, it all depends on when he goes, right? So the thing with Shawn Michaels is Shawn Michaels was locked into contract till like way beyond what people would have expected him to. Like Diesel jumped ship, Razor Ramon jumped ship, Bret Hart jumped ship, Marty Jannetty jumped ship, 1, 2, 3 Kid jumped ship. Everybody jumped ship because their contracts come up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You get signed to a 1, 2, 3 year deal, and then when it's time to renegotiate, all of a sudden, hey, the competition is offering guaranteed contracts. You know what I'm saying? Like as an independent contractor, which is what professional wrestlers are. That's what people forget. Like fans look at it from a fan's perspective. Wrestlers look at it from the perspective of a businessman. It's a business, man.
Let me
You know what I'm
take
saying?
this. Damn.
So it becomes like, all right, even if you prefer WWF to WCW, right? As a worker, as a wrestler, as an entertainer, whatever you want to call it. Even if you're like, man, if I sign a contract with WCW, I'll be unhappy. But I'll have guaranteed money. So what are you gonna do? You go to Vince McMahon and say, hey, just give me guaranteed money. And he wasn't doing that. He wasn't doing that for everybody. He started doing that till like after Hall and Nash left. So to answer your question,
I was about to say, because you said all that and that did not answer my question. Go ahead.
you book Shawn Michaels. He comes to WCW. I want to say, let's say May of '97.
Okay. Now,
Okay.
I also let me preface this with when Jim Cornette said that he would jump in this hypothetical, he said that Shawn Michaels wouldn't be as over as he was in WWF and WCW. He wouldn't be over in the same way. So I just wanted to throw that out there before because I don't think we prefaced with that.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's crazy. I feel that's accurate if Undertaker would have jumped ship. If Undertaker goes from WWF to WCW, he's not as popular because he's not the Undertaker.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Even if he's like, once you change the name, it's completely different.
It takes away an aura about it. So yeah.
You know, like you look at guys look at AJ Styles as a modern example. AJ Styles is really the last cat that I can think off the top of my head. Maybe you could think of somebody different. That was AJ Styles in this company. That was AJ Styles in that company. That was AJ Styles in the WWE. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though it was a different AJ Styles, it's still the name and the core root.
There was a couple guys during that time who got called up and kind of did the same thing. Like you can say that about Bobby Roode or like Samoa Joe too. But I get what you're saying. Sorry, you said think of other ones.
Yeah, no, like that. But and again, to my point, and really, Shawn Michaels, my man, Shawn Michaels gets to keep his name. Like he was Shawn Michaels before he got to the E. You know, like he's gonna be Shawn Michaels when he walks through the curtain. And the cool thing is, not for nothing, as much as I love Six Pac, as much as I love Sean Waltman as a professional wrestler, back in 96, 97, 98, like really he was like the small guy. He was the cruiserweight. Shawn Michaels, yeah, short in stature compared to everybody else. I'll give you an example. Shawn Michaels versus Hulk Hogan 2005. They're almost like the same height. You know what I mean? Like, so you can't really argue height and weight and tall and whatever. And the other side argument of that is, well, you also had, Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit, Dean Malenko, like you had the best workers in the world in WCW. So, why would you need a Shawn Michaels? Like, yeah, but Shawn Michaels can talk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like those guys didn't really get comfortable doing this until later on.
Now, to counter that, do you think he would have been given the opportunity to talk in WCW?
Yes. Here's why. Everybody had the opportunity to talk. It was so from what I read, I wasn't there, but from everything I've seen, like everything was disorganized. And you're telling me a personality as combustible as Shawn Michaels is not just going to take the mic and be like whatever the fuck he's going to want to say?
I agree with you. And I think not to cut you off, but I think he would still be as over because of that reason, because he's going to be willing to take that risk. And that's different from that time. Like if you look at the people his size, but not only that, he has that thing with Hall and Nash where it's like they respect him on a different level than they did those smaller guys too, not for nothing. So he's going to still kind of have that pull. So I feel like he would still be able to like transfer whatever he had working with him in WWE over to like WCW hypothetically.
Yeah. And I mean, the weird thing is if everything else stays the same, right? The dude hurts his back in March of 98. And people forget that. Like March of 98 and by April of 1998, Shawn Michaels is done.
Yeah.
So what is he's in WCW for what, 9 months?
That's true
You
too.
know, like at the end of it, it becomes like, what can you do in 9 months? Like, all right, he was US champ. He's probably gonna be US champion and get into trouble. And
But also, who's to say if he switches over, he ends up getting injured? But that's at the end of the day, like that's playing the hypothetical game. That we can do this all day. But with that being
I
said,
disagree. To short answer, I know I'm rambling. I could talk about this forever because I love fantasy booking. It's my favorite thing in the world. Long answer short. Sean gets over, and then at post 1998, I don't know.
That's fair.
But Sean will get over because Sean knows how to get. Once you're a main eventer in New York, brother, you're a main eventer everywhere. Like once you learn how to get over, you know how to get over. Case in point, look at Chris Jericho. Boom.
That makes sense. No, it definitely makes sense. But
I disagree with Jim Cornette.
Let us know your thoughts. All 51 of you. Let us know. Hashtag Havman Kid Books. So
Havman Kid. That's right. JMK booking, baby. Hashtag Havman Kid Books.
Hashtag Havman Kid Books. Up next, Hose B. The man has hit us up. He is ready to speak. Ladies and gentlemen, up next, after these commercials that we one day will film, I promise you one day, we have the big action.
The big action is in the house. That's my main man. That's my double main man. Yo,
that might be our triple main man.
I would love to tell a story about the time we may have been in the crowd during one of his matches that I think we'll talk about later on.
We can talk to him about that. We can talk about that. But you're gonna have to stick around to find out what we talked about. So right after this, why don't y'all stick around for a little bit, and right after this, we'll be back with the big action.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the big man from Big Land. We are back with the big action.
Oh, baby. Thank you, the Team Espana. I'm here in your tag team land. I'm very, very happy. Thank you, Pa, for having me on the show.
I fucking love this guy, man. We met a year ago, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It was the first time Team Espana was working for NYWC, and you were in the back. My man, you were a superstar from the get-go, my brother.
Oh, thanks, Pa. You missed a nice.
I try, puppy. I try. So my first question to you as the big action. How did you get here, Bob? What's your story? What's your origins? Tell me. Tell the world.
Okay, so you see, the big action, his real name is the Pedro Donas. And the Pedro Donas, he tried to go over just as himself. But what happened was, nobody cared about the Pedro Donas. But the reason nobody cared about the Pedro Donas is because deep down inside, he don't care about himself. He remembered the day he met you, and he remember you sending a message to our friend, the Uncle Shoes. Something to the extent of, he a nice guy, but coño, Pa, he can't dress, baby. No wrestling gear. He had a black singlet, and I'm ashamed to admit, I get off the Amazon, baby, free 2-day shipping. And someone said to me, Pa, you gonna take it serious, or you gonna be a fabrication? So I reached out to our friend Shoes, and he said, you really need to find out what's gonna make people care about you. Because if they don't care, they're not gonna watch. And that stuck with me, baby, because the big action, he's not the young man, baby. He just looked good. But he's not getting any younger, baby. So I take the advice, I go back, and you say you make the transition to the NYWC, and they gave me the chance, baby. They gave me something that no one gave me before. They gave me the microphone, baby. They put it in my hand, and they said, baby, you're the magician. You're the magic man from Magic Land. And they hand me the wand. And if you remember, baby, the funny thing is, the real birth of the big action was a couple months later when we have the big man 8-tag match. It was the big action. My tag team partner, the Raymond Shaw, and the Hose A and the Hose B. And if you remember, baby, I don't know if we won, but after that, the big O, he come back and he walked right past the danger. He walked into that ring, and on that day, I said, I got the Hose A, I got the Hose B, I got the muscle Hispanic Mechanics. And I stepped in the ring and I let him know that the big action wasn't scared of him. No matter how big he was, the muscles, the abs. But the crazy thing is, when the big action was talking in that ring, it really was Pedro Dones telling himself that he wasn't scared no more, baby. It was time to bring it.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So speaking about the Big O, how did you guys come to be a tag team? Because we see there you're the NYWC tag team champion and your co-champion is the Big O. How'd that come to be?
Well, you see, the Big O, he have a lot of things. He have the muscle. He have the fans. He have the abs. But the problem is, he have no friends. So I don't know if he knew the math, but in order to be a tag team, you need someone to tag in. It's not a one title man. And one day he come out, and if I remember, I think he was crying, weeping. It was almost embarrassing, just big, wet, big man tears, saying, please, I need a partner, please. And I was in the back, you know, in my gear already, because the big action, he always ready. And there's one thing I can't deal with, baby, is a grown man cry. So I come out, I offer the big action services, and I tell him, you want to be a winner? You got to realize that sometimes you need to be Mr. Not Nice. And you know, he had no other options. He take me out, long story short, we're the champions, baby, the big actioners. And quarantine or not, this belt is still in the big action mansion.
How many days? How many days?
Oh, Pa, you know, too many to count, Pa. They say they don't know. I think, let me see, 1, 2, 3, infinity, baby. A lot of math.
Infinity. You know, that's funny that you bring that up, Papa, because I like to educate myself, and my weakest subject has always been math.
Oh,
Boys, math is difficult.
So whenever Jose and Jose B get the envelope for their wrestles, it's Jose that got to do the counting because Jose B is not good at the math. So one thing I've seen you on Big Action is the math videos.
ooh.
How did that come about?
The Awesome Math Network.
What's the story behind that, Papa?
Okay, so my friend, the Mr. Pedro Dones, you know, me and him, very close. You could even say we one in the same. And when he teach the children, his philosophy is that the children, they deal what we call with the academic trauma, baby. Everyone deal with the trauma. They say, oh, trauma is for the war, trauma when you get the hurt. But these children, they condition, baby. Years and years, the wheel turn, and they make them think they're not good at the math, baby. In fact, what you just said is exactly what the children go through. So what the Mr. Donuts do is he tell the kids, hey, baby, maybe you don't know, because you know they don't know. But soon enough, you can know too, because why not, baby? It's just math. There's always going to be an answer. For example, let's say someone asks you, who the best tag team champion in the world? You say the big action, easy. I tell you that. You say who the best tag team, that's a little harder because, you know, the Team Espana, they're really good. So the Mr. Donuts, his style is to help the people who don't believe in themselves. Much like the big action didn't believe in himself many months ago. So, you know, the big action, because of the quarantine, the COVID, it come. It mess up all the bookings. No bookings, baby. All the dirty money envelopes canceled. So he called me, he go, big action, you think you could teach the math? I said, maybe of course. I know everything. Because, you know, he need a day off too. He a busy man. And that's how I do it, baby. So every now and then, the Mr. Donuts, he need to take a personal day, maybe do his toes. I don't know. He tag in the big action. And I teach them off, baby. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Nice. So let me ask you, you're talking about the quarantine and you have all this extra time. How is the big action staying in shape? What are you doing during this quarantine? Are you unwinding? Are you living your best life? What are you doing, big action?
Come on, baby. The big action got fat. He not going to lie. He sit down, he win a championship, he drink the beer, he eat the steak, the baked potato, and then the singlet don't fit. So now, you know, he do a little bit the no carbs. So no rice, baby. No rice and beans. You know how hard that is?
I start that
No
tomorrow.
rice and beans.
I'm about to start that tomorrow. I'm about to find out.
No rice and beans. I have rice and beans in my blood. I cut myself accidentally helping my brother-in-law move, and I swear gandule fell on the ground.
Poppy, that's probably delicious, probably gluten-free. But you see, the problem is I'm the big action, but I don't want to live the gimmick too much. So, you know, I bought the heavy bag. I put it in the big action mansion shed. I bought the gloves. I bought an Apple Wash so it could tell me. But, you know, I cheat. I haven't charged the Apple Watch a couple of days. I can't find it. But let me tell you something, though. When the phase 2, the phase 3, the phase 4, the phase 1, whatever phase it is, and the wrestling come back, baby, the big action gonna be ready. Other than that, you know, I watch a lot of videos. That's it. No more beer though. I miss it.
No more beer, no more rice, no more beans. Is it worth it? Is it worth it?
You know, I gotta think about it, baby. You know, the big action, he don't want to blow up the first time you go in the ring. You make the hot tag and then you pass out. So I gotta do it, baby. I gotta be, you know, it's one thing to be handsome, as you would know, both of you. You know, you gotta, if you can have one ab at least, you could play with all the other boys too. So that's what the big action gonna do, baby. Try to get back in the shape. Well, you know, we'll see.
I like that. Sacrifices of a champion, Papa. You know what? I'm doing it right now. I'm doing it right now. Something I thought I'd never do. I'm not giving up rice and beans. I can't do that. But I'm giving up beer. No mas. Starting today. No more beer for Hose B. Until we come back and the professional wrestling is back, no more beer. I'm giving it up. You inspired me.
Baby, don't get the carry away.
Yeah, don't get
what
crazy.
You know, here what you do. You do like the 30 days, like the Rumble, and every day you will limit it a day. 1 day, 2 day, 3 day. And then at the end of 30 days, you get drunk, pa. And then you don't feel so bad. And then you do it again.
Okay, I'm writing down.
30 days. Write that down. Guys, I'm going to do the complete opposite. I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, I don't really drink often anyway. So once we open back up, I'll probably be, you know, I'll be wild boy again. So I'll be there.
Don't have the carbs? Tequila, baby. Buy yourself a bottle of the Don Julio. Celebrate a little bit every night, Bob, because life is good. You know that. A little bit of the Don Julio, you pour it.
Good things, the good things.
You smell it. Smell like victory. Take a little bit of the sip. No, you kiss the missus, you lay back, you look at the ceiling, you go, coño, baby, it's good to be me. That's how you do it, pal. No fabrication.
That's why you're a champion. You know what else makes you a champion? Your gear is fly, my guy. Bro, you must have the best, you definitely, hands down, no arguments, the best ring jackets in New York. Period. I don't care. You disagree? Fight me. Play Team Espana on the socials. But you got the best ring jackets. Period, Papa.
Oh, your jackets
your ring gear is
fire.
Your ring gear is fly as well. But your ring jacket.
Do you think the people want to see the jacket in case I haven't seen it? Because you know I have it in the big action closet.
Yes, if you don't mind taking it out, we'd appreciate it.
Oh man, dude, I remember the first time he busted out, and this was like, oh, this was last minute. This was, you know, off the cuff. Bam!
Because when you think of the big action, you think of that finesse, that look, that swag when you walk in. You know, when he first makes that entrance.
So, Pa, the first jacket you referred to was the custom fit up here in the picture. And you're right, baby. The last minute, the girl, she make my gear and she make it fire. But the jacket wasn't ready, baby. And I told her, I said, tonight's the night. It has to happen. And she said, what about that over there? And when I saw it, baby, I made love to that jacket. Right there in the air, baby. Right there, me and the jacket become one. So I wear the jacket a few times, but then the big action jacket be made, baby. Right here. Look at that, baby. Luxurious. Got a big action. I got the gold chains in the front, huh? And it have the tail. Because Bobby, the big action, he regal, baby. And the only way that people want to treat you like a star is if you look like a star and you carry yourself like a star. And let me tell you, baby, can the big action sometimes say the bad word?
Yeah.
The baddest.
Yeah. The worst.
See, sometimes you have to get to the point in your career, in your life, where you have to say, I don't give a fuck, pal. And if that means wearing the gear with the sequins and the gold and being outrageous and going out there and telling everybody that you're the real McCoy, then fucking do it, baby. And if that means getting the custom sequin tiger print bubble coat, probably North Face level. This is the new merm. Smell like champions. Poppy, this let people know when you go to the ring that it don't matter what you do inside of it, because once you go in and once you go out, you're gonna be money, baby. One time, a fan say, "Oh, big action, you stink," and I say, "Baby, money don't smell good." That's a fact, baby.
Oh,
Thank you. Let me put these jackets over here, baby, in a big action march and lay them down.
that's gotta be the name of the episode. Money don't smell good.
Money don't smell.
It look good. It feel good. It gets you things that can smell good and look good and feel good. But money,
You know, baby,
don't smell good.
baby, everybody got the contactless pay. They use the debit card, but everyone loved the way the money feel in their hands. The big action silky smooth. That's what it's about. And the big action, I gotta tell you, I get the inspiration from a wrestler I knew in the past. He named the Reggae. He a little too early, many years ago, before the interwebs, before the trap, before the unwell ooh-ah. And he tried, baby, but he didn't believe in himself. And then many moons later, the Bob Bunny, he come out. I don't know if you know about the Bob Bunny. Oh,
Yeah.
he the ratchet man. He the misbehaved rabbit. And he come out and he always looked luxurious. And I go, you know, the big action, his friend Mr. Donuts, he always look good too. Why can't I look good in the ring? Because if you think about it, baby, there are a lot of men out there. He could do the Canadian Destroyer, the Superplex, the Super Kick, the Super Webble, all these things. And they get the little clap. When you look like the action, baby, oh, everybody get mohau. And I hope that people have the Google Translate. They know what that means.
Real ones.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So, the big action.
Ooh.
I got a question for you. I know your time is precious. I know you're a busy man, living a busy life. That's right. My question for you is, while you are a tag team champion, what are your goals for the future? What do you see the big action when wrestling starts up again? What do you see the big action a year after that, 5 years after that? What's the plan, my man?
Ooh. You know, I'm gonna talk from the heart, baby. The big action been doing this a long time. As Pedro Dones, as the Reggae Dones, as the Absolute Value. Oh, he have a lot of gimmicks on the sale rack right now. So to have the opportunity to be given the microphone, and you think about it, the big action was on the roll, baby. He win the belts. He doing the Outlaw with the Mass Striker. And then he doing the bookings everywhere. And then surprise, the COVID come, where will everybody? So you have options, baby. You can say, oh, I'm out on top, and this is the best I've been doing. Or you can say, who are you doing this for? And right now, it's not just about the action. It's about the kids. It's about the fans. The ones looking at the big action saying, how can he teach the math, do the wrestling, raise the kids, be the handsome, do all these things at once, and be the educated man, baby, with the degrees from the Fordham and the City College, the masters. A lot of people don't know the big action got the big brain. So to say that I would just stop, baby, that would be almost like to quit and tell people that eventually your dreams stop. That's not the case. Because this belt, the only way I'm going to lose it is if these shoulders stay down for the 3-second sleep. So once this over, baby, I reach out to the people who know the big action is money. And I want to wrestle as many places as they want, Pa. And I'm going to tell you why. The big action, he never got the big call. And you know who I'm talking about. He never been on the big call TV. And many, many years passed by where he reached out to the promoter and they say, oh, well, you know, I don't know, have a space on the show. Maybe you send me the picture. And then they have 25 fans in the show. Act like the big shot. If anyone gonna tell me no, baby, it's gonna be the people on top. And that's all I want, baby. It may be, you know, a lot of people, you know, they wanna have the whole cafe. They wanna have the whole coffee shop, baby. I just want a cup. I wanna take a sip, say that tastes good, leave my tip, walk out the store and know that I always got a taste, baby. A little bit of the taste. Those are goals, baby. And if the people want to book in, the fans want to see the action, they want to buy the t-shirt, they want to shake their hands, I give it to them, baby. I'm going to do this till the people don't want to see him no more. And hopefully that's not for a long time, Pop.
That's beautiful. That is beautiful. It's going to be a long time before people don't want to see you. You're the big action. You're going to be around for a long, long time. And with that being said, big action, you've been talking about that NYWC tag team title that's right in front of you. And, well, up next, we're going to actually get to the moment where you and the Big O won it because we're going to be doing our watch-along, and it's going to be the match and when you guys actually won the big one.
Oh, baby, you know, the boys must play. Now, let me ask a question, baby. The big action, when he watches this match, he get excited. Are we going to talk during the match, or are we going to just watch and wait?
Oh, we're gonna watch and talk.
Oh, baby. Let's do it, Pa. I'm excited.
All right, let's get right to it.
We are back with the big action. We're back with the Jose. We are back with the Hose B. Now, big action, my main man, my double main man. Shout out to our Uncle Shoes.
Shout out.
Oh.
You want to introduce this match that we are about to watch, that we are about to enjoy, that we are about to view?
You know, every match the big action have is the greatest match of whatever fan is watching it in that moment. But for the big action, this match, it has to be very up north on the top of the best match of his life. Not because of the moves or because of but because of the emotion and the peaks and the valleys and just the accumulation of many months of the story building. And this match is the match in which myself, the big action, and his tag team partner, the Big O, won the NYWC Tag Team Championships from the Team Talent, baby. At NYWC Psycho Circus, February 2020, back when it was okay to go outside.
Good old
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to hit play on that match.
I don't know if any of y'all heard me play myself just now. I pressed the space bar and it did not play.
The wonderful backstage, behind the scenes view of our technology here on the Team Espana Show. That's Team Talent right there. That's the Big O. That's the big action.
Everybody moving in the slow motion like a Nintendo.
Like Nintendo.
Oh, look at that. Do you hear sound or no sound?
No.
If we're gonna hear if we put the volume on for our viewers, the pop from the people in the crowd, we wouldn't be able to hear you talk now, Papa.
Pa, you're gonna have to have the sound on for the last 30 seconds, baby. When you see the big action climbing the top rope, please put the sound, baby. I want the people to get more how.
I love it. That's a great idea. Just give us a reminder on that. That's a great idea. We'll put the sound on when you
Look at the speed, baby. You saw the speed? You saw the roll? Big action, he a tiger, baby. And then the big O, he come in, you know, he a glory hog. He come in, he don't trust the action, baby. But you know what? I don't blame him. I'm not always Mr. Nice. So he tag himself in, you know. Oh, look at this. See, perfect example. Everywhere in the ring, you see the big muscles, you see the abs. But you know, they all kind of look the same. But then in the corner, you see the big action, baby. The tiger print, the zigzag pattern, the braids. He the only one in the match with hair, baby. At least that good long hair, you know. The long Latino man hair, baby. You know the Jose and the Jose. Well, so the big L, he catch him, you know, he show me him and he throw him behind me. He do that to me. He do that to me a couple of months before, baby. Almost killed me. But the big action, he never died.
Oh, we faced the wrath of the Big O. We definitely know how it feels to almost die from him. We understand.
See, but here you have it. Tag teams, you gotta be cohesive. You gotta be on the same page. Big O is too busy arguing with you, and now he's getting his culo kicked, man.
No, part of the moral of the story is, you know, I'm not the small action. I'm not the medium action. I'm the big action. And in that situation, you gotta trust, man. Come on, if someone tell you that they're big, you're not gonna trust them, baby. Come on, pal. But he's the perfect example of he believe a little bit too much in himself, baby. You gotta trust other people. Tag team match. Look, let me go defend him. I tell her, you see that big man? He think I'm scared of him. He don't webble me, baby. I webble him.
Never scared. Never scared. Doesn't matter the size. You know, big action. I love it. I love that.
Never get webbled, baby. Never get webbled. Never get webbled.
I think at that point in the match, when he on the outside, he realizing that, you know, it's not one-on-one. It's one-on-two if you don't trust the action, baby. And it's you know, the tag team title, there's 2 belts. I'm telling him right there, he gotta trust me, baby. The fans trust me. The Team Espana, they trust me, but not my own partner, baby. He gotta learn. And look, boom. And then they let webble me because I was too busy looking at the Big O. Oh, baby, I forgot about this part of the match. I must have been asleep.
Sheesh.
Let me tell you something. The team talent, baby, that's they live the gimmick, baby. They're a team. They're talented, you know. They wear the underwear. I don't know why. Maybe wear some pants. Maybe there's kids in the crowd. But other than that, they're a good, functioning team, baby. They're well-oiled. Almost like a Killer Bee. Almost like a Team Espana, but not quite, baby. Let's not get the carry away.
Team talent.
Let's not get too crazy.
Look, Bobby, that kick, it knocked his whole nipple off, baby. Now he got the one nipple, baby. He a pirate chest man.
Woo. Team talent is a really good team, but we haven't had the chance to, you know, get in there with them yet. Maybe that could change.
Oh, baby, you know, they were at the top of the food chain, and they hit a Big O. Oh, the Big O, he saved himself. And look, he's looking for the action. He's looking for the action. He's looking for the action. Bang, the big action. Here we come, baby. The big shoulder tackle, baby. One big move. The big one-legged drop kick. Look at those ham hocks, baby. The people love him. You can't hear them, but they're ready for him. Oh, surprise, baby. Fold me in half like a patele, baby. All I'm missing is the paper and the string and your grandma's signature, baby. That hurt.
How's your neck, ba?
Hi. After the match, I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of people don't know about about me going into this match, baby. Don't let me forget to tell you. The true story, baby. No fabrications. So look, they're cheating, baby. That's disgusting, baby. Oh, but if I cheat on the Latin man, oh, he eat the post. The big action looking. Go on, your baby. Look at that haircut, baby. I missed the barber. Okay, so here I am. Look at that tiger print. Tell me that gear's not fabby. Oh, but he wobbled the Big O. Where the Big O?
Cheat.
Oh, no, baby.
Hate to see it.
Now, right here, oh, that's the Mr. Yarps. He get thrown out. Look at him now. Open your big mouth, baby. Here, another donut. They kick him out. But look at them. Double team in the action, baby. They know they can't beat me one-on-one. So they put the boots to the action. Oh. This is difficult to watch, baby, but you know it's necessary.
But this is what it takes to be a champion. This is what it takes to be a champion. Right here. You gotta get knocked down before you get up.
They always show They always show the pictures of people on top of Mount Everest, but they never show the video of the climb. And right now, you're watching the climb.
Beautiful.
That's the perfect way to put it. The climb of Mount Everest. Look at that. Excuse me. Out the way with both of them.
Poppy, quick like a fart in the wind. And then right there, I trust the big O. I tag him back in. And now, everybody Muslim, baby. Papa.
You guys are
Bang.
working as a team. I love it.
And then right here is what we call the big action. That's right, baby. The hot comeback. He excited. The fans, they're going crazy, baby. They're going crazy. And then, whoa, what happened here? Whoa. Power slam, baby. Let's see. 1, 2. Oh, baby. Everybody thought it was finished there. Even me, I thought I was going to have a new shiny belt to put on the big action bend, but not yet, baby. Not quite yet. The big O, I think right there, he realizing that he still needs some help, baby. And the big action in the corner, he coming back. He doing the recovery. Let's see what happened here, baby. He bringing him up? Did he just pose to the partner? Oh no! The tag partner still in. Another power slam, baby. He make a blind tag, baby. The Stevie Wonder tag, but he don't see him. Oh, he raked the eyes. The big O, he getting webbled all over again. The big O, the O stand for
Oh.
That's why it's called tag team wrestling, man.
Poppy, I'm in the corner side, baby. This shouldn't be the way it is. Break up the tag, baby. You think that's it? Damn, the big action, a shiny man, baby. And then, he charged, he moved. Oh, baby, I think I smell the victory coming up, baby. It's smelling. It's like grandma's cooking, baby. I want to open up the can and taste the soup, but I know she's going to hit me with a wooden spoon.
Oh,
baby.
Oh, I'm feeling that reference. Oh, man.
No,
like those knees. Baby. I'm feeling those references.
Oh, baby. He needs some help. Oh, baby, I think right now you want to put the volume on because it's about to happen. Let's hear the people.
Let's turn the volume up. We're going to lay out here. Let's turn the volume up and listen to the people here. Big action, I wanted to tell you something, Bob. So, the Hispanic Mechanics, Team Espana, we were on that show.
Oh, I remember.
We had wrestled earlier on in the night. My wife was also on that show. She had wrestled earlier on in the night. And
shout out to the One Tough Broad. I like
shout
that.
Out to the One Tough Broad.
Shout out to Karim Mink, One Tough Broad right there.
For the one time.
And we didn't want to be in the back, while your match was happening and give you a congratulations, whatever, when you came back. We wanted to be in the crowd because we knew like it was going to be a really big thing. Because we were there. Like you said, bro, we were there when the big action was born. We were there when you took the microphone and you said, you're messing with the big action. And I don't know if you remember this. I don't even know if you know this. I kind of looked at Jose and I said, oh, shit. Like that was badass.
Yeah.
So we were there in that crowd. We were part of those people cheering and laughing because, man, you one of us, man. You one of us. And you made it to become a tag team champion, bro.
Granted, one day we might have to see you, on the other side. But that's business. But on the real,
that's business, baby. That's business.
But on the real, it was definitely like a moment to be a part of. Like the people at home are gonna see this and they're gonna be able to feel that electricity just from watching it back too. Like there was a little magic in the room when you guys won.
Oh. So first of all, baby, let me say the thank you because it meant a lot coming from the people who know what it's like through the blood, the sweat, and the tears in the ring. There's something a lot of people don't know that's a true story, no fabrication. So a week before the match, before the biggest match of the career, I throw my back out. Can't walk. Exactly a week before. And, it happened before. I say, okay, I've been good a couple of days, maybe just a little bit of the strain. But then one day passed by, the 2 day passed by, the Monday come, and the pain has gone from the back to the hips. Pa, I couldn't walk. I couldn't bend over to pick up the babies. I couldn't lay down to sleep. And I tell myself, I got the biggest match in my career in 5 days, and I can't move. I go to the therapy, the cryotherapy, where they freeze you like a frio. Nothing, baby. Finally, I called a doctor. I called him. I said, "Bah, I gotta come see you." It got so bad that I had the ice pack in the back. I had the ice packs in the front. I was laying down. Pa, it was the middle of February, and I was wearing sandals because I could not tie the shoes. So I go to the doctor Wednesday, and he said, "Baby, it's probably the muscle. I could give you the medicine. You'll be okay in 3 days." I said, "Doc, true story, baby. I wrestle in 3 days on Saturday." He go, "You feel a little bit better, baby, but you're still gonna be in the pain." So the big auction, he showed up that Saturday, baby. Maybe he had the smile on his face, but he was in more pain than he can tell you. And he wrestled that Thursday against the Mass Striker. Thursday to Saturday, the two biggest matches of his career. You ask the wife, the Tina San Antonio, she'll tell you, baby, I was sleeping on my side. I was sleeping with the 3-pillow, or I wasn't sleeping at all. I take the Tylenol. I show up, and when that man gave me the German suplex, and you see me get flipped sideways like a Cuban sandwich, that was real pain, baby. But when you're in that ring and the adrenaline hit and the people cheering you, you don't feel it, baby. You don't feel it. That Sunday, I felt it. But I went into that match, baby, I'm going to say far less than 100%. But you know what they say, baby, no pain, no gain. And if you're not there to fill the spot, they're going to give it to somebody else. And I waited 12 years for that spot, baby. Nobody was taking it. True story, baby. True story. Wasn't good for another 2 weeks after that.
That's beautiful. How you feeling now? First of all, how you feeling right now?
Fat, but good.
Oh, so you living the best life.
Baby, sometimes I say I'm going to wake up and I'm going to go for the run, and I get dressed. I put on the Apple Watch, but the clothes so warm, I just sit on the couch. I watch a video. But right now, I feel good, baby. I recover. I'm ready to go back in the ring. I'm ready to go back and be in front of the people. That pop, when the music hit and you open up the curtain and you go, surprise! It's the big action. And you say, this is why you're here. This is what you came to see. And you look all across the lines. You cross the people. It's like the time I go out and the music don't work. I grab the mic and I remind everybody, the music don't work, but it's okay because the ladies, they sing for me. And now, baby, all the fans do too. I feel good, baby. I'm ready to defend these titles against the Jose, the Jose B, the Pedro Juan, the Pedro None, anybody, all comers, baby. I'm ready. I'm ready, baby.
NYWC, that's where you saw that match. Maybe one day, the Hispanic Mechanics, the big action for the titles. Maybe. I don't have any power or anything. I'm just a human being. But that would be magic. Let me tell you that.
Well,
that would be magic.
As the great Johnny Rod would say, it's good, but it's not good, but it's okay. So maybe.
A big maybe.
Big maybe. So, big action. We can sit here and we can talk to you forever. However, we know your time is precious. You're a busy man. It's getting late. There's a lot going on. So, for the people at home, how can we keep up with you during the rest of this quarantine? Where can we find those math videos in which you feature in? Where can the people keep up with all things big action?
Well, the big action, he make a cameo on the Mr. Donuts Awesome Math Network on the YouTube. You do the click, you do the like, you do the comment, you watch the video, and then even though you don't know, after you watch the video, you're gonna not know a little bit less. And on the Instagram, Andones _ the line, baby, on the bottom, like the rest of the tag team division. No offense. Dones _ the big action. Same for the Twitter, baby. But the Twitter funny. Nobody followed the big action on the Twitter. Maybe their phone don't work. I don't know. But you go on the Instagram, You see the pictures? I tell you, don't let the ladies watch it though, baby. They might unfriend you. Huh.
And there you have it. Make sure you change that Twitter. Follow this man. And any last notes you want to throw out there, Host B, before we end this?
Oh, any last notes from me?
Yeah.
Because usually I end the show, but you know what? And that's cool.
You know I'm gonna hit him with it. That's why. So
baby,
go ahead.
Oh, all right, if you want to drop the catchphrase this week, that's cool with me. Any last notes from me? Maybe just stay safe out there. Protest. Stick it to the man and the woman, depending on where you're coming from.
Make sure you stay safe out there, baby, because the protest sometimes it's danger.
And always stay away from the danger. Jose, what you got?
1-800-555-HOSE. That is 1-800-555-JOSA. I'm still waiting. I got the landline. I got the little next tab that goes bloop bloop, little chirp chirp. I got the cell phone. You want the email, the P.O. box? I got you. But for right now, 1-800-555-JOSA. Call now. All right.
And honestly, that's only for Olivia Benson. If you're not Olivia Benson, do not make that phone.
We don't want you.
Oh, you want her to do the special investigation at your house. You naughty man from naughty land.
It is what it is. But Jose, hit him with it. I mean, Host B, hit him with it.
Wow!
I got nervous. I got nervous thinking about Olivia. I apologize.
Wow, Olivia Benson got my man.
I got nervous talking about
the twide.
He just made you a special victim.
Oh man. See, that's what I mean. You get big laughs from the big action. My man, we love you. Thank you for being on the show. And you know what? Open invite whenever you want to come on and chit chat with your boys, the Hispanic Mechanics. You're always welcome here.
Come on, man.
Say hello to the family. Bendición. Dios te lo bendiga. And for everybody else watching out there, this has been an A and B conversation. We'll see you next week. Hey.